I bet you. Whew. Trying to talk calm while you're really cold is hard. I bet you that right now you're wishing that you could go back to a version of yourself and tell them that it's going to be all okay. And I bet you odds are high that there's a version of you in the future that wishes they could tell you right now the same thing. I get so caught up in being stressed about so many things that I'm not even going to remember that I was stressed about them in a week or a month, you know? It's so easy to get consumed and overworked about all these things that are going to pass by us. Like if I try to remember these things that I was stressed out about last week, a month ago, you know? It reminds me of a saying that I heard that I like a lot. And when you think you're fucked, that means you're really only 40% fucked. Like when you think that you're screwed, you're only about 40% screwed, and you're actually completely fine. And we move through life so much and through our days and our life stressing and worrying about all these things that are especially out of your control. And reminds me of another saying that I like a lot, which is you're only competing against yourself in life. Everything else is out of your control. So focus on what's in your control and what you can do that you can take and change and take action on. And I really like that mentality, and it's hard because it's easy to look outside and see yourself competing with so many different things and people and tasks, just everything. But the reality is you're not really competing with those things. You have you to work against. It's 2.5 minutes. And the mind gives up before the body does. Thank you, Carly, for that one. Challenge yourself. It's hard, I know. But never forget that everything is going to be okay. Because it always, always, always is going to be okay. I promise you. This guy. Whew. Oh yeah. Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Started this one off a little bit different, obviously. I needed something to wake me up so bad before starting to film this video. I was just dragging all day. I needed it not just for the video, but just for myself in general to get me going, which now I feel good. another day, another success. I've been wanting this spot for quite a while now, like this specific one, for kind of a specific composition for photos and videos, but we got lucky, we lucked out. It's so beautiful up here, and the drive up here is just gorgeous. Kind of what I'm thinking right now is make some dinner, getting pretty hungry, and then there's definitely a spot I want to go to shoot the sunset, so we can go along and do some photography and have some fun with it. Yeah, let's make some food, make some dinner, and yeah, enjoy. It's so nice out right now. Wow. So easy to get complacent, but man, we're so lucky we get to be alive and get to be in places like this, live in places like this. It's like every time, like moments like this right now, I'm like, I don't know that I could not live on the road or like have this amount of nature just like right at my doorstep, right? This is what it's all about. Truly. Gonna eat this, and then we're gonna go on a little adventure. All right. Time to go take some pictures and sit on the side of a hill. And watch the sun go down with some really pretty mountains in the background. Getting a little bit of a hike in. Whew. But the view up here will be worth it. Just staying right where I'm at here because I really like the shots that I've got going this way, and then use my drone to get the shots going that way. So I think that's gonna work pretty well. Yeah, there's a really nice, you can see my truck right there. There's just a really nice comp that I want to get from right here, I think. Yeah, so let's shoot a sunset. It's so nice out right now. I guess a little photography tip of the day. A question that I get asked, I've been asked it multiple times, I should say often, but I've been asked it enough times that might be a good tip for some of you. So when I shoot, I'm pretty much always shooting like one stop under exposure, like proper exposure, which if you're shooting on a DSLR, especially or if you're shooting with a light meter, now that I shoot mirrorless, I don't use a light meter that's built into it just because you see it to your eye. But essentially I like to shoot my exposures dark, is what it means. Like, I like to shoot my photos darker, and the reason for that is because it makes it easy. Like, when you're editing, and essentially when you're editing a photo and you're adjusting the highlights and the shadows, if you have blown out highlights, it's really hard to recover those details versus just really dark shadows are a lot easier to recover. So for me, keeping those details in the highlights for myself is more important to me than keeping those shadows and the details in there. So yeah, that's kind of just my thought process on that and why I shoot a bit underexposed generally. And then something really cool, or something, I shouldn't say really cool, but just something that I also want to mention. I get questions a lot about, like, especially people who got a camera and they have they've been shooting on it and they're like, do I buy another lens or do I buy a drone? I always say to buy a drone first before you buy another lens. And the reason is that a drone's going to open up more angles and compositions for you than any other lens is going to be able to. Drones are such great tools for creating out here, just creating in general. They make the process just significantly better, in my opinion. So that, and also like how I'm sitting right here, I can be kind of in two places at once, which I love. So I can sit here, wait for the light to get better on the comp that I'm shooting with my camera, but then while I'm waiting for that or whatever, I can just fly my drone around. And what's cool is they fly themselves pretty much. Like, if I want to take a photo, I don't need to be holding my controller. I can just let it go and it'll just sit there till I start flying it again. So definitely just a word of advice, I suppose. Yeah, just, I don't know, things I think about, things that might be helpful for those of you who are especially like newer into the journey. So yeah. Okay, cool. All right.
Take off. Home point updated.
Another useful tip is make sure that your drone batteries are charged when you're gonna go use them. But got what I wanted, at least. Definitely got what I wanted out of that flight. So yeah, it's beautiful up here. It's gorgeous. I'd love to start including more like process of photography into these videos potentially. It's a little bit more difficult, but at least stuff like this is easy. Just kind of talking about it. But I don't know. I'm an open book. Any questions you guys ever have, genuinely, about photography or learning anything, please ask. I love to help people. I believe rising tides raise all boats and makes us all better. So, yeah. And I think as far as entry into art, photography is one of the easier entry levels because all you need to do is get a camera and you can go do it. It's not like painting where it's a little bit more of a process, or like any other arts that I've done. Not that it's easy. It's definitely not easy to get good at, I would say, but it's easy to do just even for fun, just to get some creative energy out there and practice. So yeah. Yep. It is right before I'm going to go to bed, but I'm going to go take photos of the night sky, and then I'm going to just put it I'm just going to put it right after this. I don't really know how to transition into it, so yeah, we're just going to do that. All right, cool. And I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, night photos. Good morning, everybody. Let's see, where's my focus at? There we go. Good morning, everybody. Man, I slept great last night. I did wake up for the sunrise this morning just for a little bit. Snapped a couple quick photos, but I want to show you guys some of the shots from last night with the stars because they turned out pretty good. Actually, the only one I've edited so far. Look, it's me. We got the Milky Way. I still need to bring out the Milky Way a bit more, but let's make some breakfast and let's make some coffee, read, journal, then make some breakfast. Today's message is a good one. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. The dreams you have, the goals you aim for. If it feels right to you and you feel the strong pull or push in a direction, go for it. There's only one guarantee with the journey of life, and we all know what that is. Nothing else is guaranteed. Nothing. Of course, it's the cliche of live every day like it's your last. You don't need to go quite that extreme, but if you really grasp your mortality and the life you're living, how do you feel leaving off on that note? Would you feel like you really took advantage of the gift of life? The only thing you're lacking in the pursuit of your dreams and goals is confidence and bravery. Don't think bravery comes without fear, because it's actually quite the opposite. Bravery is taking action in the face of fear. Every big decision that I've made that's brought me to sitting right here in front of this camera, being able to live the life that I'm able to live, even pursuing photography, people have tried to talk me out of it. Every single one of these major decisions I've made in my life, someone tried to talk me out of it. Whether it was really important people in my life. And of course, they're always looking out for the best for you. They want to see the best for you, and they don't want to see you fail. There are some people that do, under the guise of looking out for you. They don't want to see you grow. But it also comes from a place of protection. And what I've learned from that is follow your gut, because even though I had these decisions I wanted to make to pursue my dreams and my goals in life and continue this journey of filling my cup and living to the fullest, my gut and instincts were driving me in this direction. They were driving me to do these things and to go for it, even in the face of fear. Because, man, when I quit my job that I had doing photography, it was a salary job before last summer. I was going into it no idea if I was going to make any money that entire summer. No idea what was going to be ahead of me. I had important people in my life telling me that I shouldn't probably do this, that this might not be a good idea. Why are you giving up this security and this comfort? But my gut and my instincts were telling me that I had to give up this comfort in order to grow and become the artist that I want to be. And I'm still on that journey. I'm always on that journey. But I think my time was spent in the job that I had, and I hit a ceiling that the only way to break through was to give up all that comfort, to give up that consistency, to challenge myself and put it all on my shoulders. Because if I wanted to grow, I had to. And if I wanted to make a living, I had to. And it was on me. It wasn't on anybody else. There was no boss telling me to go do this. There wasn't anybody sending me pay stubs. It was just all on me. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life so far. And it was scary. But it turned out just fine. I'm here a year later doing this, and I think I would regret my entire life if I didn't make a decision like that. I think my thought process was, don't have a fallback, but know that you are going to be okay. If it doesn't work out, you can always find a job, and it'll be okay. And I'd rather live through my life knowing that I gave it a try and failed, instead of just doubting myself and expecting it to fail, so not giving it a try at all. Because if I did that, I don't know where I would be. And that applies to a lot of times in my life. I love that our culture is harping so strong on not being so risk adverse. Risk is important, and you really do only get one shot at life. You get this one life. We're all living our first life here. We are all wondering about figuring it out and moving through this thing. And so with that said, it's like, take advantage of it. Take risks. Go do what you want to do. Chase your goals. Pursue your dreams. Who fucking cares if you fail? We all end up at the same destination. We all are dying one way or another. I would rather die knowing that I lived and really gave it my all and said yes to so many things that even they were scary and was unsure about and kind of walking into the dark. But you know what? It worked out. So yeah, I really hope to, if I can inspire just one person to take that leap and go for it, I did a good job. So I hope any of you watching it, maybe I got one of you. So I promise it's worth it. I think it might be time for some brekkie. All right. Whew. Focus over here. Okay. All right. Hey guys. Time has come to pack up and leave. Actually, time got a little bit away from me, and I need to hurry to pack up a little bit and hit the road because I've got a shoot to go to.